So today topic is YAG, that is automatic parser generator. So in your second module we are having for this topic is synthetic analyzer. Okay. So in first module is lexical analyzer. So in lexical analyzer mean you have to generating the tool is called lex tool. It's correct. So here in syntax analyzer for second module generating the tool is called YAC. YACC. YACC. So what is YAC? YAC is nothing but yet another compiler. Okay, yet another compiler. So this is for YAC. It is for automatic parser generator. So in automatic parser generator is nothing but you are in parsing in synthetic analyzer generating the tool is called YAC. That is automatic parser generator. Okay. So this for the in second model last topic. Okay. So YAC. So what is YAC? So it is one type of tool for generating the automatic parser generator for generating the tool is YAC. It's nothing but yet another compiler. So the YAC is it's a version of 3 in Unix. Version of 3. So you have to analyze the token from the lex, and create a syntax tree. Analyzing the token from your lex and create a syntax tree. So it is nothing but it's a LALR parser generator. It is a LALR parser generator. It's a LALR parser generator. So in this generator, generating a parser. So it is previously in YAC compiler, in YAC tool, it will be writing for the YAC. It is writing for the previous written in basic programming language, but some modification, but modified and rewritten as the given code is the C basic programming language, but modified and written as the C, Java, Python, and etc. Okay, so it is a version of 3 in Unix. So it's a full description is published by the 1975. So you have to analyze the token from the lex and create the syntax tree. So it is a LALR parser generator. It is a LALR parser generator generating the parser. So it will be modification and written as will be for C, Java, and Python. Okay. So in order to achieve the so it is a YAC. So YAC is it's a general purpose, it's a Python. So previously I told in Lex you are using for the concept flux FLEX, fast Lex generator. Here you are generating the tool is called Python. So you got to install for the Python. So PASON. So it's a general purpose of parser generator. You got to convert the context-free grammar into the some C program into the you got to generate for the grammar. So lexical generating for the token, you are generating for the parse tree. Based upon the tree, you have to calculate for the some input calculating for the given data into the LALR parser generator. Okay, so it is integrated smoothly with the Flex for the text processing, but it is responsible for reducing the relationship between the token and then passed into the lexical analyzer. Okay, passed into the lexical analyzer. Okay, so this is for the how to Lex and YAC work with the given asset team. So here Lex, you are writing for the programming in YYLux. It's correct in previous for the first unit. Here YAC, you are writing for in YAC YY parse. So Lux is YYLux. YAC is YY parse. So it is a parsing program. This is a Lexing program. So how to work for the given program? So you have to given the input into the program. You have to add that is the input calculator for the Lex program. So you have to calculating the given data into the based on the LALR parser generator. You are generating for the given calculation for the given programs. Okay. So the Lex and YAC. So you have to Lex. You have to given the data into the token will be generated into the parse. Then parse will be generating for the given some based upon the structure you are creating for the 3 section. Will be creating for the some output into the given data. So in order to achieve the efficiency of the parsing, the input, you can generate the tools. So the tool only generating for the parser programs. So the YAC tool only generating for the parser program. So it is basically it is a LALR parser generator. It is available from the Unix. That is a terminal for the you can also install for in Ubuntu. You got to use for the Unix terminal. So in that terminal you got to install for that in that program. Install the Python Then after that, install the Python. After that, you got to execute for the given program. Based on the program, you got to execute for the given data. Okay. So this is for the parser programs. So in that, it can report the conflict. It can report for any conflict will either reduce or shift function for based on the conflict. Any difficulty will be occur or any ambiguity will be in the occur. You got to error will be indicated. One from error message will be indicated into the given programs. Error message will be indicated for the given program. So the Lex and Yox work to the analyze the for the program syntactically. Lex and Yox work to the analytic of the program to be syntactically. So first you got to write the program in one specification file and return into the Unix commands. So we are having for 3 sections. So previous everything is declared for the Lex program. We are having for 3 sections. First section is declaration section. Second section is translation rule section. Third section is auxiliary procedure section. So based on the 3 sections, you got the specification of the program to be written in the form of these 3 sections and written in the Unix command. Okay. So this is for the declaration. So this is basically a parser program in C and generating automatically with the some commands. So based on the Yock command, how to work for the given Yock commands. We can check. So here check, I am giving the input into the program. So based on the program, I have to work for the given data. Okay. Next time, what we'll do? So your Lex will be generating the token. After generating the token, the data will be given into the parser. Parser to be receive the token from the Lex. After that, I receive the token. You can generate for the next token. So the Lex parser give the command into the lexicon analyzer will be generating for the token. That is the meaning is here. It will be indicated. So after that, what we'll do in number, you are adding for the given number mean, it will be using for the num plus number. We will check how to do for the given data. Here you can check. This is for the Lex and Yock team work as a team for the given data. Here you can check. I am giving for the simple grammar, standard grammar. You can use for any grammar. So any grammar mean in that grammar, for example, previous we are working for some grammar. E tends to E plus T bar T. T tends to T star F bar F. F tends to bracket of E bar ID. It's correct. So based on the grammar, we will work. How to work for the given grammar. How to work for the given grammar. So in that grammar, what we'll do, we are having for the in that grammar, we got to check for the data. How to check for the given grammar. So I'm giving the statement is the first statement, you got to check the first statement, name equal to expression. Here you can indicate for slash symbol, expression colon. Okay. How this is, what is this? The statement, simple thing, I give one example, E tends to E plus T bar T. Okay. So E is nothing but E is the grammar having for 2 production. The first production is E plus T. What is the second production? Second production is T. So E having for 2 production, one production is E plus T, next production is T. So we are having for 2 production. So in that production, the statement equal to name. So name will be equal to expression slash expression. So second one equal to check expression number, expression plus number, expression minus number. So what is this expression? What is this expression? So here we are having for the in the tool, the first one will be indicate for the head. The first will be indicate for the head. That is expression will be indicate for the head. The number slash expression plus number slash expression minus number, this will be indicate for the body. Okay. So head is nothing but you are defining the given grammar. That is for head. So the number, expression plus number, expression minus number, it will be indicate for the body. So what is, so the expression is head. The number is body 1. So we are having for 3 production. The expression is the head. The head had be based on the 3 body. This is for number is body 1, expression plus number is body 2, expression minus number is body 3. Okay. So the number is body 1. Okay. Expression plus number is body 2. Expression minus number is body 3. You got it? So the slash will be indicate for this or this or this. Either or. So the expression, the head having 3 body. Body 1 is number, body 2 is expression plus number, body 3 is expression minus number. So based on the expression, I got to generate for the tokens. Okay. So this is for the how to identify the given grammar in Yolk generator. Yolk LALR parser generator. Okay. So based on this, you got to identify this. Okay. So based on, you got to identify this. So the specification of the file, it contains the context-free grammar. So this is for the context-free grammar. So in that context-free grammar, you got to check in that context-free grammar. So in that context-free grammar, using the production rule of context-free. So this is for the production rule. So in that production rule only you have to work. In that production rule only you have to work. Okay. So in that production rule only you have to write for the given grammar. Okay. So this is for the expression is the head. This will be indicate for body. This is for first one number is body 1. Second one expression plus number is body 2. Expression minus number is body 3. So the slash will be indicate for this or this or this. Okay. So this is for the expression. Okay. Okay. Next thing, in Python, in the Python parser, you have to read the input as a token. Read the input as a token as the input. So after using the input, you have to generate for the parse for the given input symbol. Parse for the given input symbol. Okay. Parse for the given input symbol. So here, the entire token, the value you are having for two input. One is for valid input, valid, invalid input. So the valid input, the entire token sequence reduced to the single grouping whose symbol is grammar start symbol. We will check. So I am giving the input file text. The input will be given to the lexical analyzer. Lexical analyzer generating the token into the parser. Parser receiving the token. After that, I receive the token. You can generate for the next command to be given into the lexical analyzer. How to do? Based on the rules only you are generating for the Python grammar file. What are the rules? We are having for 3 rules. The first rule is what is the first rule? The first rule is declaration section. The first rule is declaration section. What is the second rule? Translation rule section. What is the third rule? Section you have to generate for the C coding program. That is for the C3 section we have to use. This is for the 3 section. So the first section, declaration section. Second section, translation rule section. Third section, required C function. So how to declare for the declaration section? Percentage open, percentage close. In between, you have to declare for the given programs. Okay. In between, you have to declare for the given programs. What is the second rule? Translation rule section. So how to write for the translation rule section? Percentage, double percentage, within double percentage, in between, you got to write for the translation rule section. What is the third rule? Third rule, you got to specify for the required C function for the given programs. Okay. So in declaration section, you got to declare the all the data type into the program. Declare for the all the data into the given programs. Okay. Second, that what we'll do in translation rule section, it contains the all the production rule of the context-free grammar. It contains the all the production rule for the context-free grammar. For example, I am giving for the grammar is E tends to E plus T bar T. T tends to T star F bar F. F tends to bracket of E for ID. So I am giving the grammar is E T F. So based on the grammar, I am giving for production. What is the E production? E production we are having, E grammar we are having for 2 production. One is E plus T, another one is T. What is T? T having 2 production. T into F, F. What is F? F tends to bracket of E ID. So based on the grammar, we are generating for the 2 production. So this is for the context-free grammar. So it contains the all the production in translation rule section. It contains of the all the production rules of the context-free grammar with the corresponding action. So the each and every rule having for some actions. Each and every rule having for some action. Each and every rule having for some action. So based on the action only, you have to work it. Based on the action only, you have to work it for the given grammar. Based on the action only, you have to work it for the given grammar. Okay. So this is for the requirement of the given rule function. Requirement of the given rule section. Okay. So in that context-free grammar, so if you are having for, if there are more than one alternative, for example, I am giving for the E tends to E plus T RT. So what is this? The E having for head, E plus T, T having for body. So the first production will be indicate for body 1, second production will be indicate for the body 2. Similar that you have to generate for any number of production, you have to indicate that body 1, body 2, body 3, body 2. So you are having for more number of alternatives. It's correct. So many grammar mean it will be more than one alternative. So a single rule then more than one alternative, it will be replaced by the slash characters. It will be replaced by the slash character. slash character. Slash mean or symbol. That is what the meaning of here. Okay. So this is for the operational rules. How to check for the operational rules. So in grammar, here I am giving for the grammar. So I am indicating for Yawk program. This is for the execution program. This is for the execution programs. This is for the execution programs. So here in Yawk program, how to execute for the Yawk program? In Yawk program, we are having for two options. So in that Yawk program, we are having for two option. So we are having for that command will be generating on the based on the C program. It will be generating for the command is -d option, -d. So the -d mean it will be generating for the two files. One file is y.tab.c. That is for one file. So the Yawk program we are having for two option will be generating the file is the command is -d. That is -d option, Yawk -d. So in that Yawk -d, we are having for two files. One is y.tab.c. Another one is y.tab.h. y.tab.c. y.tab.c, y.tab.h. What is y.tab.c, y.tab.h? Tab.h means header file. You are writing for C program, you are generating for one header file. It's correct. For every C program, you are generating for one header file. #include.h, something you are generating for based on the program, you are creating for the one header files. Here, you got to execute for the Yawk program in compulsory you got to generate for one header file. That file is called y.tap.h. So the Yawk program with the -d commands will generating for two files. One file is one is -d, one is .c, one is .h. So the .c mean it's a C program. .h mean header file. Okay. So the Yawk program we are using the command is -d. In that -d file we are having for two option, two files. One is y.tab.c, another one is y.tab.h. .c mean you are generating for the C program. .h mean basically you are writing for Yawk program in compulsory you have to add the header file is called y.tab.h. So in that header file you have to add for the declaration part, you have to add it. Okay. So after that you have to adding the given command, you have to compile for the C compilers. CC cross compiler. Okay. So after executing the C compiler, then you go to generating the output is called a.out. a.out. So executable program that will be passing the grammar is this is for the Yawk basic operational sequence. This is for the Yawk operation of how to execute the program in Yawk. This is for the basic sequence of the given program. Okay. So in Yawk is this is automatically, this is the basically parser program in C, and generating the automatically you got to generating the command is called Yawk -d command. So then in that command we are generating for automatically generating the given program -d option. So in that option we are having for two files. One is y.tab.c, another one is y.tab.h. So tab.c means it is a C program. You are executing based on the C program. You are creating the one file is C program is y.tab.c. So what about y.tab.h mean? So you are basically executing for Yawk programming. You have to compulsory you have to add the one header file. That header file will be automatically generating for the Yawk program. That is called y.tab.c. So in that header file option, you have to add the declaration part into the given program. After that, you have to compile for the CC compiler, then a.out, you have to generate for the given output. Okay. So this is for the Yawk basic operational sequence. Okay. Okay. So here you can check. So example given C program, I declared that. So the first function is you are declaring for the first role is declaration part. So you have to declare for the all the files into the given programs. All the files into the given programs. So the first one is token as a number. So first you got to declare for the percentage open, percentage close. You got to declare for the percentage open, percentage close. So percentage open, percentage close, percentage open, percentage close. You got to declare for the declaration part. Okay. So you got to declare the all the integer data type into the given programs. So in the declaration part, you got to declare for the y.tab.h. Okay. So this is for the header file. So you got to execute for the given Yawk program. You got to declare the file is called y.tab.h. Okay. It's clear. So second one is, what is the second one? percentage. So in that percentage, in between you got to write for the, what is that you got to write? You got to write for the translation rules. So each and every production we are having for some alternative, based on the alternative you got to write it. So what is this? So what is this? We are having for 3 grammars mean. So here you can check statement equal to name equal to expression slash. This slash will be indicate for this or this or function. So this is also one production. This is also one product. That is the meaning is slash. That is the meaning is slash. Okay, slash. So here what is name? So the statement, what is the name? Name is the header. Expression is the body 1. Another expression is body 2. Here you can check expression plus number. So expression is header file, header, expression plus number is body 1 slash. The slash will be indicate for alternative, this or this. Okay. So the expression minus number is body 2. This will be alternative 2. The number will be indicate for body 3. Okay. Here you can, it's correct. So this is for expression. So in that expression you got to work it. So here, what is this? You can check. Here I am indicating for $, equal to $1 plus $3. $, equal to $1 plus $, equal to $1 plus $3. So what is $, what is $1? You can check here. The first expression is expression will be equal to expression plus number. It's correct. So what is the expression? The expression is header. It's correct. The expression plus number is body 1. So the in header file we are having for 3 body. Expression plus number is body 1. Expression minus number is body 2. Number is body 3. So the slash will be indicate for alternative. So the $, mean the $, will be indicate for the header. So the $, will be indicating for header. What is the header for this production? This grammar expression. So the $, will be indicate for expression. This is the meaning will be specified for the Yawk programs. Okay. So this expression, no need to write for the given expression. As per the expression, you got to change the rules into the given section. That is translation rule section. So according to this, you got to write. So here, what will be right in production in body 1? You got to write open braces $, equal to $1 plus $3 semicolon, close the braces. So within braces, you got to write for the first production. So what is the first production? The $, will be indicate for the header. The $1 plus $3 will be indicate for the body. So what is $, header? What is the head file here? Expression is the header. Equal to. So it will be nothing but it will be indicate for equal expression. What is expression 1? In body 1 we are having for, that will be indicated E plus T. E expression is E plus number. So the expression will be indicate for, we are having for 3 things. One is equal, expression is 1, plus is 2, number is 3. It's clear? Expression is 1, plus is 2, number is 3. So what is here? You got to write $1. $1 mean this is for expression. Plus symbol, no need to write for the $2. So operator mean you got to write it as it is operator. So plus. So this is for 1 mean plus is 2. So number is 3. So plus $3. Now it's clear. So in expression is header is will be indicate for $, symbol equal. This is for E plus T, that is expression plus number. So expression is 1, the plus symbol is 2, number is 3. Okay. So here, so $1, don't need to write directly 1. So you have to indicate for the dollar symbol, $1 plus. So plus don't need to write for 2. Operator mean you got to write as it is. What are the operator will be available for the given symbol? You got to write it as it is. Okay. Plus then $3. Similarly, you got to write expression $, will be equal to, you got to write for individually with the braces symbol. Okay. $, equal to expression $1 minus $3 colon. Then we'll close the braces. What is the third alternative? Number. So expression equal to number. Correct? So expression is $, equal to, here only one production is there. No need another body will be not there. Only for number only there. No plus symbol. No. So $, will be equal to $1 colon. So this is for the translation rule section. Now you got idea. So this is for the translation rule section. So you got to give for any grammar. So any grammar you can give. So based on the grammar only you got to write it. So header body 1, body 2, body 3. So here you can write individually, you can write for the header and body. So dollar dollar equal to, that is expression equal to expression plus number, expression equal to expression minus number, expression equal to number. So this is for body 1, body 2, body 3. So this is for 1, this is for 2, this is for 3. So dollar 1, you got to write as it is. What are the production will be available? You got to write it as it is production. So dollar 1 plus dollar 3, dollar 1 minus dollar 3. Here only 1. You may write a node value, so you got to write it as it is. Okay. So dollar 1, dollar dollar equal to dollar 1. Okay, it's correct. So this is for the given production. Third thing, you got to write for the here. What are the semantic action? So dollar dollar mean it is the attribute value associated with the non-terminal left hand side. So dollar 1 mean the body of the given production. So default action. Okay, this is for the semantic action. It's correct. So this is for the symbol flux. This is symbol flux program. Already you will write it be previous that. So this is for the availability. So this is the context free grammar. Now I told you same rule section, context free grammar, expression equal to expression plus t, t. So E tends to E plus T bar T, T tends to T star F bar F, F tends to bracket of E bar ID. So this is for the given context free grammar. How to write for the context free grammar in York-Rule? You got to write expression equal to expression plus tam slash tam colon. Tam equal to tam star factor slash factor. Factor equal to bracket of expression ID number. Okay. This is for the rule section. So how to write for the rule section? This is the rules. I can check. This is for the symbol York program in your I think you are having for lab CD lab, in that having fourth program I think. So this is for the declaration part. Declaration part. After that you got to declare for the all the data. So in percentage translation rule section. In the translation you got to declare the what are the production you got to given for the given data grammar, that the grammar you got to declare for the asset is. Okay. The last one will be indicate for the C program. Okay. Okay. This is check. This is for the availability of the given program. So this is for the, so based on the grammar, you got to write for the context free grammar. Context free grammar. Okay. This is number section. This is for the symbol terms. Okay. So in the Lex produce the function is called YY-Lux. Okay. So the Lex produces a function is called YY-Lux. The York produces a function is called YY-Parse. The York produces a function is called YY-Parse. Okay. It's clear. Lex produces a function is called YY-Lux. The York produces a function is called YY-Parse. So YY-Parse except to be able to call for Lex function. So you got to first call for the given Lex function, then only you got to generate for the, after generating the token only you can go for the generating the parser tree construction. Okay. So this is for the lexical program, symbol thing. It is a number mean, the number will be displayed. You got to ID for ID mean, ID will be displayed. So it will be parsing will be done mean, it will be indicating for return of 0. It is an error mean, it will be indicating for return of -1. Okay. So this is for the expression. This is for the semantic action. So expression plus tam mean, the dollar will be, expression will be indicated for double dollar will be equal to $1 plus $3. Here tam mean, dollar will be equal to tam. So tam is for only one thing. So $1. Here check. So dollar will be equal to $1 into $3. Dollar will be equal to $1. Here factors expression. So here the open bracket will be indicated for one symbol, that is for 1. The expression is 2. Here 3. But open bracket no, it's not the operator. It's correct. So it's similar that $, will be equal to $2. So the open is 1, expression is 2, the close is 3. So similar that I simply write for $, will be equal to $2. So open bracket no need to write for the given semantic action. So $, will be equal to $2. So why not declare for the 1 mean? The 1 is open bracket, expression is 2, close is 3. Okay. So this is for $2. Check. This is for the semantic action. $1 expression. This is for $2. I think you got idea. $3. Okay. So expression 1, open is $1, expression is $2, close is $3. So default is $, equal to $1. So default mean, this is for default. Default mean, here you can check only one expression is tam. Expression will be equal to tam mean, default only one product, one body is available. So the body will be indicated for, similarly you got to write $, will be equal to $1. Default production. Okay. So you're having for more than body, you're having for 3 things mean, expression plus term, expression plus factor, something will be happening. You got to write for plus symbol $1 plus $3. Okay, I can check. So this is the so how to execute the in Yawk programming based on the precedence only. So precedence mean you know that star plus minus, star is the highest precedence. It's correct. Star highest, next is slash plus minus. This is the priority of the precedence. So based on the priority of the precedence only, you have to work for the given programs. Okay. For example, I am giving the expression 1 minus 2 into 3. How to add? What is the answer for this given program? 1 minus 2 equal to minus 1 into 3 minus 3. It is the answer. Based on the precedence only, you have to work it. Okay. First, what we'll do? You have to work for the multiplication operator. After that, you have to do for the subtraction operator. It's correct. So based on the precedence of the operator only, you have to work for the given program. Okay. So 2 into 3, 6. After that, you have to work for the given program. So this is for the, the first one will be indicate for minus mean. Normally starting at the production will be indicate for minus mean. It's nothing but U minus, U minus. Okay. In between minus mean minus operator. The first expression will be equal to minus of expression mean. This minus will be indicate for what is the minus. Starting of the production be indicate for minus mean, it will be it's nothing but U minus, U minus operator. Okay, U minus operator. So this is the precedence of the lowest precedence to you got to work for the highest precedence given priority. Okay, so this is for the highest. So equal, less than, greater than, not equal, less than, greater than, equal, plus minus, star minus, slash. So this is the priority of the lowest to highest. So this is the priority of the operator for highest to the lowest. You got to work for the according to the any operator in input lexical analysis generating for the calculation of the given lex program, Yawk program. You got to work for the precedency of the given operator. Okay. So how to work? We are having for lex.yy.c. So you got to work together only. So any file you got to work for the CC compiler. So after that CC compiler, we are generating the output is called a.out. Okay, it's clear. So this is for the Yawk program execution part. Yawk program execution part. So in that Yawk program, Lex first you got to anyway you got to execute per Yawk program. First generating the token only. The token will be passed to the parser. Then only parser generating for the parser. It's correct. So first you got to generating for the Lex program. Lex. The scanner is nothing but file name. File name dot Lex. So you are generating the Lex program. You can save it. The file name is Lex program. After that you are having for I told previously Yawk -d. So in -d we are having for two options. One is y.tab.c, another one is y.tab.h. y.tab.h means you got to include the in declaration part, you got to include the header file is called y.tab.h. So the h is header file. So this is for the second. So Yawk -d declaration.y. What is DELY? DEL is the file name. So first you got to work with the file name is called Lex program in .el. You got to save it as .el. After that you got to compile the program in Yawk file. Yawk file -d having two options. One is tab.c, another one is tab.h. So in that file name, so first .el program, another one is y program. Your L mean Lex, Y mean Yawk. So then you got to compile for the Lex program and Yawk program you got to compile. Lex.yy.c is Lex program, y.tab.c is Yawk program. After that compiling, you got to generating the output. This is for the compilation part. How to execute for the Yawk program compilation part. Okay. So this is for the Yawk and Lex program. Okay. This is for the recursion function. How to